have any good quotes, some good books, or any other influences that have helped you in your professional career and maybe that you want to share with all the rest of us?
Many, many years ago, early in my career, when I first joined the industry, I read a book I can't remember its exact title, but it's What I Learned in Kindergarten. And one of the quotes in there is, um, how does it go? Don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. I learned from that sometimes and I still do, I get stressed out over something that just isn't that important. It'll be gone tomorrow, or it will work itself out. And I think relocation managers have to think of that. I think all the service providers and all their employees, just because I'm having a stressful day today because something didn't work as it should, or I failed to follow through on a recommendation or a commitment, don't lose sight of the bigger objective and don't get hung up and beat yourself up over small things. Um, I think the other thing is just the philosophy. I think it's when I was teaching graduate school, other MBA students for 25 years, I was teaching a course on strategy. And what I learned that I'd like to share with your audience and those who would listen to this podcast is uh, keep keep in mind what's happening externally as much as you are internally with your company. When you think of this industry, and as I said earlier, it really began in the mid 60s in its growth period, but every few years there is some external factor that is really driving change. And be mindful of those, make adjustments to your own behaviors and the way you do business. And for corporate leaders or service providers, watch them. The 60s, it was the tax law changes. Early 90s, it was the formation of the European Union and how that opened up, global mobility. My wife used to work for IBM, and when IBM first said and announced their first desktop PC, people like her laughed. She said, "No one will buy a PC. It takes a room of enormous proportions and special air conditioning in order to make our mainframes work." Um, the industry is always undergoing change, and I think your employees at your company, corporate managers, have to be flexible, adaptable, and keep up with change, which requires education and maybe less focus on what's being said about them on Facebook, but read the newspaper and understand what trends are occurring. But don't sweat the small stuff.
And it's all small stuff.
It's all stuff.